Your bakery is done, Tarben, and our feasting table will be warmer for it.
Eivor, that is kind of you. I hope one day I can repay you.
You are among friends here. There is no need.
No need, but a desire. An earnest one. I remember the good things people do for me. To warm my heart in times when kindnesses are few and far between. There was one more thing, though, if you had a moment. A grain merchant has set up downriver. I want to bring a half-dozen bags home, but I would need an extra pair of hands.
I can lend a hand.
That's a relief. I did not fancy asking Holger.
Tarben, what brought you to our clan?
Your reputation. Heard folks say a band of hard-drinking, battle-scarred warriors had washed up on shore. Said you had settled in the center of Mercia, taking in whatever flotsam, jetsam, and jumble of misfits came to your docks.
And this appealed to you?
More than anything. Always been a bit of a drifter. The thought of settling in a rowdy camp felt like a good balance. And being a baker, I knew my services would not be sniffed at.
I did not take you for a baker when we met. You have the look of someone who swings an axe.
I do hear that a lot.
But baking is your only craft, is that right?
I have always enjoyed it. And I have always been good at it. But when I'm not able to find such work, I take odd jobs where I can. So long as I can work with my hands.
Well, we have that in common.
A question, Eivor. You're a warrior, a fighter. That much I know. But if you could stop fighting, what would you do?
You ask the wrong question. I can stop fighting. But to do so would be to deny the essence of who I am. I think you mean, if I had to stop fighting, what would I become?
No, you've given me the answer I wanted. It's good you found what calls you. A rare and happy thing.
Yes, I see you both. What can I... It's you. What are you doing in Mercia?
Collecting grain. 30 silver's worth if you can spare it. I do have the coin.
Right. Well... take what you need and get going.
That should cover it. Thank you kindly.
Of course. And you take good care of yourself. Yeah?
Is that your usual vendor? He seemed a little surprised to see you.
Did he? Well, could be he knows somebody who looks like me. There's no shortage of big bearded men around here, yeah?
I suppose not. About your question earlier, what would I do if I weren't a warrior? I would ask the same of you. Is baking bread your greatest wish?
Is there something wrong with wanting to bake bread? The Romans baked bread. The Egyptians baked bread.
It is a fine trade. But is it your calling?
It is my calling to feed people, I'd say. To be of service to those I care for, and who care for me. That brings me joy.
Put that way, it is a noble pursuit.
I don't know that it's noble. It is simply what gets me up in the morning. It gives me purpose for the rest of my day.
Need help with your grain?
No need, no need. I'll do the rest myself. Bring it in and put it where I like.
All right. It was good to speak with you, Tarben. A welcome diversion.
You too, Eivor. Thank you for your help.
There we are. Nice to have a more permanent spot. You're just in time for new stock.
Can you remind me what you do here?
I buy and sell all manner of items. What's more, I am connected to a wide network of other traders, meaning I have access to nearly everything you could want. Right here.
We have talked so little since our first days, Yanli. And I know nothing about you. How did you come to live in England?
I wish I had a more intriguing story for you. I came from Sunsao, far from here, for no real reason. Curiosity, I suppose. It is not an exotic story. A young woman, excited by the prospect of travel, granted passage on a trading boat.
Do you miss your home?
Yes, often. I intend to return one day, or perhaps coax some friends and family to join me here. But I am in no hurry.
Well, you're most welcome here.
Oh, I should soon have a few spices from the east to add to our feasts. As much as I love your hospitality, your food is, well, you are doing your best.
If I find one crack, that statue is as fragile as the rest of my collection and costs more than the hovel you call a home.
Just a clay man with his cock out, you nutter.
I have a friend who needs that little Roman man you have, Octavian of London.
I've a guess who your friend is. And no, Osbert cannot have his greasy pedestrian fingers on something so exquisite.
Osbert.
Oh, that is delicious. Yes, Osbert. A name fit for a poor failure. It'll cost a cow's weight in silver to get it in his hands.
I'll give you the filthy silver.
Oh, that is... Thank you. Well, I should hope so. You may take the Legionnaire.
I'll have to take this back to Osbert. Octavian, I have something that may interest you. Maximilian sends his regards.
What? He gave this to you? That perfect little wretch. How did he bring himself to part with it?
Ask no questions, hear no lies. I only hope you enjoy it, and that neither of us have to see that man again.
Oh, thank you, Eivor. Thank you.
Here you are, more relics for your collection.
What have you brought for me? Wonderful. And here is something for you. Bring me more like this.
Here you are, more relics for your collection.
Show me what you found. Wonderful. And here is something for you. I want more of these artifacts.
Here you are, more relics for your collection.
Let me see what you have. Wonderful. And here is something for you. There should be more like this out there.
Tekla, you look like you wrestled a bear. Is something wrong?
Gods, Eivor, I was robbed on the road between here and Lincoln.
By who? Did you get a good look at them?
They were Saxons, I know that much. A pack of them lifted 4 barrels of my ale and all the coin I had on me. The biggest one pulled me off my horse and stuck his mouth in my ear, said, "Tell Guthban we expected him home soon."
Guthban. That's Battlebone in the Saxon tongue. Are you sure?
That's what he said. It's not someone here, is it?
Not that I know of.
I do not begrudge us taking in orphans, Eivor, but some of these Saxons, we hardly know them. You ought to ask around.
A good idea. You take care of yourself. Let me see to this.
Thank you, Eivor.
Tarben, do you have a second? I was wondering if...
I am Guthban, Eivor. It means battlebone. Not the name of a cheery baker, is it?
Not one who bakes bread, no. So, how did you earn this name?
Before I came here, I lived another life. A brutal, bloody life. I served with a gang of mercenaries. I was their weapon, roaming the wilds of England. Did whatever they asked of me, and all they asked was violence. When I left, I laid this sword on the grass and made a vow. I swore never to spill another drop of blood, to abandon acts of violence, to never kill again.
A hard promise for a hard man.
It wasn't, not for me. This life here is all I've ever wanted. I've never been more at peace. This is my doing. I brought all this upon you. It is down to me to fix it.
Tarben, by threatening you, they threaten my clan. I cannot allow that.
These men are foul, Eivor. You should not have to fight my battles for me.
Do you not hear me, Tarben? If they threaten you, they threaten me. So let us face them, together.
Very well. Meet me outside when you're ready. I believe I know where they will be.
If you wish to face your old friends, I'm ready when you are.
Good. I'll lead the way. I want you to know, should it come to blows with my old crew, I can handle it myself. Forgiving me is all the work you need to do.
There is nothing to forgive. You walked away. They pursued. By axe or by fist, I will do what must be done to protect my clan.
You're living the life you want, aren't you?
Before we're spotted, tell me what I should expect here. Will they attack us on sight?
I shouldn't think so. No. Nothing like that. It's not how Wilf operates. Yes, he's a clever one. And rather kind when you meet him. Makes you feel like you're a friend. Family, even. I met him a decade ago when he was the first person to truly welcome. To see some value in me. He told me I had a gift. For intimidation. Persuasion. Violence. Just by the size and strength of me, he knew how to use me. Monstrous and massive. Wilf and them were the only family I had then. But their love was conditional. Wilf only loves what he owns.
So, what do you intend?
I know I won't go back. I don't want more blood on my hands. But apart from that, it's hard to say. Who knows what they have in mind?
We're stopping.
That house, there. They're likely within. It won't look like much, Eivor. But don't be fooled. And don't take Wilf lightly, charming as he seems. The man is a serpent.
I've met plenty of charmers who turned out to be snakes.
I know. Only a warning. Let's go inside.
Gothman, my boy, as I live and breathe, you got my message. And you brought a friend. Who might you be, Dane? His new leash?
I am Eivor, and the woman you robbed was one of my clan. That will not stand.
I know. I'm busted up about it. But tell Tekla, was it? Tell her that her ale is some of the finest we've tasted.
I am done with you, Wilf.
But we are not done with you, boy. We gave you food, shelter, ale to drink, riches galore. We made you who you are.
For all you did for him, he repaid you with blood and sweat, did he not?
You're a fiery one, I like that. But the ink was dried on this deal well before your number arrived in England. If you wish to clear Tarben's name, I'm happy to help with that. It's only a small matter of cost. Some weeks back, soldiers confiscated my personal wares, shall we say. Tried to confiscate me as well, but I gave them the slip. If you're keen, you could recover my belongings and return them to me. Do that, and your name is clear.
I can't. I promised myself I would leave all this behind. But...
If it will clear Tarben's name, we will recover what is yours. Where are these soldiers?
Camped not far to the west. A battalion of bloated, brainwashed military men. You can't miss it for the smell.
Wait here, then. We will return before you sprout another pair of horns.
God go with you, Eivor.
Eivor, this isn't your fight. You don't need to do this.
But I am. Now listen. When we reach the camp, leave everything to me. I'll find Wilf's goods and bring them to you. If I'm spotted, it won't be pretty. Many may die, and I do not want you involved. You must not break your vow.
No vow stands above my duty to my friends, Eivor. I could not leave you alone with them should they attack.
If it comes to that, stand aside until then.
I will. You have my word.
This is everything. I'll return to Tarvin. Is this the sort of work you often did with Wilf and your family of marauders?
A quick robbery like this? That was the least of our work. We stole from the poor, killed the helpless, cheated the dim-witted. We were lower than slugs. I shudder to remember our best days. And I weep for our worst.
Let it go, then. Remember only what makes you a better man.
Oh, they have returned.
We have your goods.
Beautiful. Beautiful, put them there.
The ledger.
Of course. Happy to honor it. My goodness, such a lack of trust these days. It's a dark age, no mistake.
That's it, then. We're done?
Aye. You are free to walk from this place and live as Tobin the boring bread maker for the rest of your days. But you, Eivor, if you ever get tired of the settled life, we could always use a thief with your skills. Think about it.
Tarvin, are you satisfied?
Yes. I cannot thank you enough, Eivor. I feared the worst when I heard my old moniker, Guthbert. Hadn't heard it in years. It dredges up fearful memories.
I imagine. How did you fall in with that bunch?
After my mother died, I sought family. Wilf offered it. He looked at me, took me in and told me who I was. Who I could be. I don't crave that belonging anymore. Among you lot, people accept me as I am. The greatest gift I ever got. Peace.
Many men are calm because they have never known a storm. You weathered the storm and worked through it. It is a rare thing.
That means a lot. Thank you. It's good to be home again. That is, if I haven't robbed myself of the pleasure of calling it home.
Tarvin, in spite of all, you're welcome here. And yours nothing but the work you love.
Right. Payment in fresh loaves of bread. I can manage that.
But first, one scrap of your past remains.
Right. The ledger.
Toss it, and purge the past.
With pleasure.
I want to see the Alliance map. Hytham asked that I travel to London. What do you know of it?
A wild city, one that Halfdan Ragnarsson tried to claim for himself years ago. But it resists all attempts to be held.
Hytham claims the city is overrun by a strange cult, the Order of the Ancients. He asks that I track them down and kill them. Doing so may help the honest people there, and earn us an ally in the process.
In a city so chaotic, it is worth a try. Approach by the North Gate and start asking around.
I will.
Good. I await your return.
I beg patience, all. We'll have this wreck cleaned up in no time. Keep it steady, huh?
Neolov. Hey, bear our Master Ame.
You'll be on your way shortly, huh?
Something of a shepherd, aren't you?
It can feel that way, aye. Can I help you with something?
Who governs this burr? I would like to speak with him, if I can.
Ah, the Governor Trigger. Good and fair Dane come to London 4 year back.
Trigger?
Aye, most hours of the day you can find him at the old villa, dealing with all manner of knavery. Stow!
Avgus wants his cut of the summer harvest. Shit, Carl. Huh? What's the holdup?
We're talking.
Gentlemen, the farmers of Mercia have paid their burden already. If Avgus wants more, he can petition for it.
Petition for it? Well, you can tell that old mud merchant. And if he wants his apple, he can bob for it.
Belongs to Master Ame, sir.
Bob for it!
That is filthy.
Bob for it!
Is this kind of noise common to London?
Now, we've got quiet day once in a great while. Try not to kill anyone, eh?
기공.
Well, your face is a skull capstone.
기공 날렸는데 안 죽었네?
Watch your head there!
Eyes on your... Eyes on...
God in heaven, you fight like the devil's stolen your bread.
You give some hard knocks yourself.
Road, be a good lad and prick the names of those that pay their food tax, will you? Right then. You've some dealings with Governor Trigger, was that it?
I'll have dealings with any who can deliver a fair friendship with my Raven clan. If that's you, then all the better.
Ah, no. Trigger's your fellow. I'm the Shire Reeve of London's westerly half. I keep things ordered and fair.
Shire Reeve is not a name that rides easy on the tongue.
Reeve's my title, sorry. Stow's my name. Stow of London.
A burly name for a burly man. I like one who can hold himself in a brawl.
To walk tall in London, a man must know how to swing his fists.
It's not empty praise I give.
Well, your candor is appreciated.
Take me to your governor, Stow. He sounds like a man worth knowing.
Right then. Station filled, flock shepherded, and off to Trigger we go. What can I call you? Humbler of thugs? Dane Hammer?
I am Eivor, of the Raven clan. We have a settlement to the north, just off the River Neen.
Well, I owe you a great debt, Eivor. You're a worthy ally.
So this is London. A city built by giants.
So they say. She's an old place, surly as they come. But there's a mystery here I quite adore. I was raised here, in fact. Learned the scriptures of Christ's apostles in Lundenwich. I was Saxon Borough, just past the western walls.
You're not a priest, are you?
No. No, I was raised by them. And for a penniless bastard, I turned out pretty well.
A penniless bastard, and now London's fearless Reeve.
Well, it's Trigger who saw something in me. He judges not the circumstance of my birth. His two hands, left and right, on me and a Dane-born soldier, Erke. Erke's an orphan of the last Viking horde put down in London for a season. 2 or 3 years back now, it must have been. It's through Trigger I met... Wait. Something's wrong.
Iron on the ear. This blood is fresh.
These were good men. What's happened here? God, no. No.
It took 3 arrows to kill him. The next 12 were an insult.
O Lord, deliver these men with the light of thy countenance visiteth and shines upon them.
You've no need for outsiders, Stow. It's a private matter.
There's no cause to be leery. Eivor had my back in a brawl at Cripplegate. More thugs from the garrison.
You must be a real broker to hold your own against those shithugs. It's time to fetter those men, Stowe. It can't go on like this.
If this one had a head, you'd be calling him Trigger. Yes, your governor?
God above, the man is dead. Some respect, please.
We'll get along well, you and me.
You must be Erke, London's second reeve?
Erke Botel's son, yes I am. Are you telling me this gut bucket called me second reeve?
First in the Eastborough, and a man I trust with my life.
Stowe's never been a good judge of character.
Erke, this is Eivor. She came to meet with Trigger, to seal the bonds of friendship with the clan.
He would have welcomed you heartily. He was a trusting man, and I got him here.
Have you found anything?
I just arrived. The killers left a ladder on the body there.
I'll have a look around.
Trigger had men with him at all times. How could the killers get through?
They must have been known to him. Well enough to get close without suspicion.
This letter. Someone wanted us to see it. From Rome went an order of heretics who worshipped the relics of a time before Christ.
Erke, this was the letter he told us about. Said it contained fearful news about London.
It warns of free such heathens who have infiltrated London. His killers, I expect.
They must have been known to him. Well enough to get close without suspicion.
Good and holy Christ, that could be most anyone. He governed this bird. Oh dear.
What is it?
A barber surgeon's tools. Sharp and precise for easy butchery. Must have been what was used to free Trigger's head from his neck.
Didn't know. I didn't think.
He didn't want you to. It was his secret to keep.
3 sets of footprints leave. 2 average, and 1 massive.
Besides enough blood to paint the city's faded bricks. No.
우바에게 보내는 편지. 나의 사령관이자 친구인 우바. 따뜻한 날씨 속에서 기운차게 지내고 있길 바란다. 룬데는 노르웨이만큼 추워진 일이 없고 거의 매일 비가 내려 마치 생선이 된 것처럼 춥고 흐리멍텅하다. 알고 보니 여기선 흔한 일이더군. 그래도 벽은 튼튼하고 식품 창고는 음식이 그득하니 든든해. 바이킹 시절은 그립지 않아. 살면서 황금빛 일출은 충분히 봤으니 이제 영예의 안주에 도시 아가씨들과 어울릴 거다. 배에서 자는 게 지겨워졌거나 이바르가 올가미처럼 내 목에 매달려 있는 게 싫어졌다면 언제든 룬데에 와도 좋아. 너의 전사 형제 트리그르. 하나 더 있네. 다 찾았는데? 이 안에서 볼 수 있는 건 얘랑 대화해야 되나? 얘가 못 찾았나 보다. 대화 더 있죠.
Look at us, sitting on our laurels while Eivor does all the work.
얘 위에서 내려왔다고? 암살단이야? 얘들 얘기하는 거 보니까 암살단이 왔다는 소리 같은데 근데 암살단이 왜 쟤를 죽였을까? 암살단이 왔다면 야, 사람이었구나.
I do not envy this man's death. Hang on, there's something in his hand. This was not Trigger's seal.
No, it looks Roman in origin. Must have been on a ladder he opened.
It must have been significant to this god for him to grasp it, even in death.
Perhaps it's what got him killed.
I think I have a clear idea of what happened here. Trigger was shot where he sat, probably as he read the letter. One of his guards grabbed the seal and tried to escape. He didn't make it. A second killer found him first. He met his end at the noose, lifted by the bigger man. A third attacker took his eyes, then came for Trigger's head. Symbolic, maybe. Headless leader, eyeless guards. The killers were without fear. This kill was a message. Their footprints leave together. 3 sets heading back to the courtyard. The letter mentions 3 heretics, named only by monikers. the leech, the arrow, the compass. Signed by someone calling himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ.
Poor fellow soldier. Odd name.
3 names, 3 killers, as you said.
Baldersack. It could be anyone in London. Who can we trust?
Only the people in this room, I fear.
Even that would be unwise until we know more.
The arrow is described as a pugnacious Dane invader. That describes too many in London.
The leech hails from Wessex. London is home to many of them as well.
And the compass, a Frankish captain.
Less common, but no face comes to mind.
What is this symbol here?
I recognize that from the Mithraic temple. I passed it on the way here.
This temple is in plain sight? How far from where we stand?
It's the skeletal remains of a place of worship. Just a stone's skip away.
Our city is overrun with cowards. We may be next to fall if we don't resolve this sick fermentation of hate.
I've told you, this city answers to blood and power. We should serve as such.
I can't leave him like this. I need to.
We'll get the church to see to it, Stone.
No. No, it should be me. I must ready him for judgment.
I understand. Only get some air from time to time. It reeks in here. Shall we, Broga?
야, 그래도 한 지역의 장인데 지키는 병사들이 그렇게 없어?
Well, now the locals have caught a whiff of this fatted mess. The temple is yours to explore, Eivor. It's to the east of here. I must wear my reeve's face for a time. Keep away! Keep away! The fight is over. Town hall will follow soon.
저는 퀘스트 하러 저쪽으로 가보겠습니다. 이쪽은 얘들한테 맡겨야 되는 것 같고 사람들이 이제 왔네요. 이 꼴이 난 걸
Should the
알아내.
Reeves change their minds, I will have to gut them and put a puppet atop London's throne. But Stowe seems a good man. I will trust his word.
이쪽이
The Temple of
신전인데
Mithras, well guarded for a tangle of old ruins. I need to find the entrance.
어딘가에 입구가 있고 내가 그걸 찾아야 되는 거네. 되나 어떡해?
He will attack on sight here.
어쩔 수 없다. 두개 걸면 세자 잡고 함정 넣고 들켰으니 어쩔 수 없지. 기공. 무던 깨고 잡고. 어딨어? 야마.
Keep your guard up.
화살 반격. 뭐니? 반격. 여기서 또 활을 쏘나? 반격. 칼 던지기. 기절. 어디서 쏘는데 왜 안 맞지? 어디 숨어 있냐? 아, 쟤 이상한 데 숨어 있어서 위치가 되게 애매한 데 숨어 있죠? 일로 와. 게다가 연사력도 높아. 야. 나도 쏜다. 입구가 어디에 있는데 정리 끝났으니까 일단 아래쪽에 있네요. 뭐가 파란게. 그렇다는 건 입구. 저기 파란게 또 뭐가 있네? 입구가 어디 있을까? 입구를 찾아봅시다.
What do you see?
이 근방인데 이쪽. 방금 파란게 나온 거 이쪽 계열이니까 저쪽으로 가야 되나? 아니에요. 이 안쪽이에요. 이 안쪽인데 이 안쪽 어딘가에 있는데 여기? 아 저기구나. 저기 뚫려 있구나. 뚫려 있었네요. 여기가 뚫려 있었구만. 이거 온 김에 뒤지기 한번 해주고 혹시 모르니까 여기네요. 들어가 봅시다. 배후엔 누가 있을까? 저 안쪽도 있고 이쪽은 막혔죠? 이쪽이 맞아요? 이쪽에 뭐가 파란 게 있는데 뭔가 움직일 수 있네? 조사.
Tools for surgeon, finely crafted, like we found in the villa. And there is a letter here, arranging payment to a blacksmith.
이걸 옮길 수 있다는 거. 뭐가 있을 줄 알았는데 그냥 저건가? 아 이건 갈 수 있다. 밑에 보이죠? 오케이. 이쪽으로 갈 수 있죠. 이게 길인가 아니면 조금 일단 주변 탐색 먼저 합시다.
The compass holds sway over the others. He has ordered the arrow to recruit archers in a market to the west. Worth a visit. Jammed. Need to get on the other side.
가게. 이 뒤로 이렇게 올 수 있는 길이 어디에 있었네요. 뭐야.
Messages between the leech and the compass. Healing, gutting. The leech is a strange one, but the compass calls the strikes.
거머리는 이상한 놈인데 여기도 뭐 있다. 고대 신들의 책. 우리의 비참한 기원을 알려야 한다. 우리는 고대 신들의 도구가 있다.
Erke and Stowe must see all this. I see more bloodshed in London's future. At least Sunan will feast.
우리의 임무 어쩌고저쩌고 미트라의 이름으로. 일단은 조사는 끝났고 스토웨와 에르케에게 돌아가도록 하죠.
It's worth knocking on a few doors, that's all I'm saying.
Trigger wasn't killed because you want to plant a few trees and fix a few roofs in London.
Looks less like a meal for crows in here.
Hey, what? You bring good findings, I hope?
A few sheets of vellum, notes between members of a secret society. The Order of the Ancients, they're called.
Order of the Ancients? Doesn't sound any bells in this head. What's the purpose?
That would take some time to explain, but know this, that I am here to kill them. In London, it seems the compass is the head. The arrow and the leech are his hands.
Pet names and secret orders. What a crock. Do we know anything we can act on?
The compass is a mystery. He's mentioned often, but there's little to go on.
Said he was a Frankish captain, did you? To find him, we'd have to mark the ships that came and went along the Thames.
Captains are a transient sort. It may be he's far away, keeping quiet.
That may be, but would he scream if we cut off his hands?
Oh, you've a filthy mind for strategy.
We kill the arrow and the leech, then sit back and wait. Let the compass come to us. The arrow is a Dane who has seen his share of battle. His name suggests that he's an archer.
I bet my knuckles he's the one sowing discord among the Danes that shelter in London.
If it were me, I'd hide among my ranks, surrounded by other fighting men.
The arrow has orders from the compass to recruit soldiers at a market in the west.
I know the very place.
The leech has need of flesh. Been looking for thralls, though I can't say why.
We found a number of dead down by the quays lately, but not thralls alone. Some of the missing we find again in several places, cut to pieces.
Good lord, Erke.
Let's not waste any more time. We will find the Era and the Leech. Killing both should drag the compass back into port. Stowe, I'll catch you at the Western Market.
Count on it.
And I'll make for the keys. There's another few bodies there to fish out of the muck.
It could be the Leech is back at work.
God be with us, friends. Go in his name, and be protected by him.
Is this the Leech's work?
Yeah. New corpses every day.
If you are the only target for your people's fear, then they will turn on you.
They're scared. If I am to be redeemed, I owe them the Leech.
How many bodies is that now?
A score have been uncovered. Definitely the Leech's work.
How can you be sure?
Their eyes are scooped out. Black, empty caverns. Same as Trigger's gods.
There must be hundreds of people passing by here each day. Anyone see them dumped?
It's the riverbank winner. Every crooked dealing in this city goes through here. Heard from Stowe yet? About the arrow?
The Leech is my focus just now. Does something worry you?
No, just checking up on the old Sparrowheart.
You two are close, like brothers.
Yeah. Close like brothers, you could say.
Erke! Tell me it wasn't her!
It wasn't your daughter, dear Kida. Take a breath.
Oh, thank Freya. I have such a fear I will find her down here. She works errands for a smith who sends her to these docks. Most times at night. I cannot stand it.
When did she go missing?
A few days back. Left after sundown. Never came home, my Regna. Gods, if I could see her again. I haven't seen her in 2 days, and feared the worst. In London, you must always fear the worst.
What sort of job did she have?
Ran errands and the like. She would make a delivery, trade it for hack silver, and scurry back to her smithy.
Do you know the name of the man?
Name. But I wish I did. I would box his ears and harvest his nuts.
Anything else you remember?
I had a neighbor once tell me she saw Regna, lingering for a time under the London Bridge. Worried me sick hearing that.
That's a good place to start. Thank you, Gida.
A shady smith, a missing child. It's a lead with some weight.
London Bridge after sundown. It's worth a look.
Good. I'll hang about here and keep things calm. And Eivor, don't drop your guard around these docks.
Do I look like one who could?
뭐야? 나무 상자 뒤에 숨으라는데? 아, 저기 가서 숨으라는 거구나. 일단은 우리 단서를 얻었죠? 뭐야? 나무 상자 뒤에? 무슨 나무?
Best follow him. See where this leads.
제가 대장장인가봐. 쟤 막 뛰는데? 숨어.
Can't this clod walk any faster?
뛰어. 쫓아가. 좋아요. 나쁘지 않아. 나는 열심히 싸우고 있네. 아, 얘는 왜 또 나무를 때리고 있어? 나쁘지 않아요. 난 잘 가고 있어. 여기서 뒤돌아보지만 말아라. 오케이. 좋아. 숨어.
Careful now.
괜찮아. 숨어 있어. 안 보여. 괜찮아. 열심히 숨어서 이동하고 있기 때문에 괜찮아. 저쪽으로 갔네요? 고. 숨어. 오케이. 좀 넓은 데로 와버렸는데 이게
Is this the
좋은지?
place or no? Just meandering.
다행이다, 다행이다. 숨었어. 숨은 거 맞지? 여기 어떻게 들어가지?
Best not to draw attention here.
제가 대장쟁이가 맞죠. 이제 쟤를 찾으러 이 안에 있는 애들을 정리해 봅시다. 정리 끝났고요.
You got the purse I'm owed? Huh? Who the fuck are you?
I'm a friend, Oya. Your money's with your lad.
What have you to do with him?
I'm keeping him safe. Had a fear he was being followed.
Tch, I knew he was soft. Not like my other girl. She was hard as hog's breath, that one.
What happened to her?
Fell ill a few days back. So I sent her to good Sister Frideswith. Healer in town.
Sister Frideswith.
Got broken bones, a boil on your bum, or too much birth blood? She'll mend you quick.
She would need a broad set of tools for such work.
She would, and she has it. Comes to me for all her wants, and I craft for her what she needs.
Not anymore, you don't.
Your worm food!
건물은 아니고 대장쟁이가 저기였구나. 야, 쌍장검 되게 좋다. 방어 다 뚫어버리네. 그 큰 방패 든 애들은 어떻게 할지 모르겠는데 일단 이거는 되게 좋네요. 자, 거머리 어딨냐? 자, 성녀였습니다. 거머리는. 거머리를 잡으러 가봅시다.
I don't want to die in here. I am bound for better things.
You're not going to die, my dear. Have patience. We'll patch you up.
She's confined herself to her study for so many days and nights. Up to some strange alchemy there.
You don't imply the devil's work, I pray. The good sister speaks to God alone. We should all follow her example in our devotion to him.
Gotta get out! Let me out!
Easy. Come on, let's get you back to your cot.
I must be careful now. The good Sister Frideswith.
One more, that's all. I'm nearly finished.
That's enough.
Oh, it's you.
For all the dead we collect, dear sister, you and I are equals.
Quite a charnel house. I'd lost count of how many. I suppose I've been greedy in my research, but not for lack of care. The ancient ones, the arbiters, they built us out of simple pieces. So easy to break, so difficult to mend. There must be an improvement. We should be stronger, faster, smarter. I could have fixed us. I could have made us better.
We are blood and bone and spirit, Frideswith. Perfect as we are.
You've such beautiful eyes. Finish it, would you?
It is done.
Ah, the leech is bled out. And did you catch a name?
A nun, name of Fredeswith.
What? The good sister? That can't be right. She was a saint. A healer and a... Gods! That brick fits this week's wall of shit.
All of that for this. Secrets of the human form. How she saved lives.
And how she ended them. It might be the ravings of a madwoman.
Not every problem has a clean solution.
True. Very true. I've built my name selling the heart fix. I'll live with it.
This was her fix. All her ideas and discoveries written here. Ill-gotten gains.
I have a mind to burn that bloody tome. Is that the right call?
It has cures for everything. From boils to broken bones. It's worth keeping. We fight wars to save those we love, and pay in blood for what we win. This book, this is your good sister's battlefield, her kingdom.
You may be right. We can't return the dead to life. But their sacrifice can mean something. If you need me, I'll be at St. Paul's searching for something on the compass. Thanks for all this, Broca.
Eivor, welcome to the West Market.
A lawman like you could set folks on edge in a square like this. Why not wear a cloak?
Hide my face? Not a chance. It does the people good to see a lawman on the hunt. You and Erke found the identity of the leech.
Some holy healer. She was called Fredeswith. Had an appetite for eyes.
If this order can corrupt London's favored saint, what hope do we have?
Any noise yet about the arrow and recruits?
I've heard whispers. Somewhere here, a man gives you a coin, and this coin grants you entry to a contest run by the Arrow's men.
Which man? I see too many here.
He's good at blending in. I haven't spotted him yet today.
I'll sniff around. You stay back.
Eivor, what was your impression of Erke?
에르케가 아까 걔지? 그냥 마음에 든다고만 하죠.
Erke has been a great help. Why doubt him now?
Ah, forgive me. My latest thoughts have been restless. I've been a reeve for so long. Fighting for God's justice. I shed my earthly attachments for his great plans.
But you couldn't shed Erke and his friendship.
No. No, I'm not sure I could.
It's good to talk. Unburden your soul. Clears the mind and lifts the weight off the chest.
Yes, indeed. And thank you for listening.
I should find one of these coins soon. Will you be around?
I'll return to St. Paul's just down the road. Godspeed, Eivor.
저는 이제 동전을 한번 얻으러 가보죠. 아, 저기 애들이 있네? 쟤한테 가야겠네. 근데 빨간 놈이 있어. 어떻게 해야 되지?
Show me. Is that the coin for the archery contest?
Keep off, boyo. This is my coin, my shot. You want one? You talk to my mate Hussa, and he'll point you through.
I heard the take for this job is 3 stubs of silver a month. Is that true?
Yeah. And they pay you more if you drag your brothers into it. Hussa's earned a fortune skimming the docks of London Beach.
룬덴 위치의 후사가
Over there, stranger.
쟤도 저거였구나. 룬덴 위치의 후사가 모병관이래. 야, 너가 나 봤지? 훔치겠다.
There we go.
화살의 영입 동전.
with an image of the London Colosseum.
화살의 도전을 완수해야 된대. 일단은 화살의 도전 완수하기. 저 위에 있네요. 이쪽에 있죠? 가보도록 하겠습니다. 거기에 사람들이 모여있죠? 이쪽인 것 같은데.
Thinking they can stink up the place.
얘랑 대화해야 되나? Hello.
What's your business? Shooting or watching?
You're looking for skilled archers, and now you've found one.
This contest is private. Invitation only.
Your men are handing out these coins like they were on fire. Is this enough?
It's enough to keep us talking. But I'll want to see how well you handle that bow before you go any further. Want a trial round to test your eye?
연습하고 바로 이건 싸우는 것 같은데 연습부터 해보죠. 일단 내가 화살을 바꿔야 될 것 같은데 활을 약탈자 활이라서 연사나 이런 게 되게 느리거든요.
I'll shoot a practice round just to be sure.
Go ahead then. They're all set up.
어떻게 해야 돼? 화살을 도전 바로 이게 느려요. 조준은 빨라도 아니 조준이 아니라 이렇게 화면 배열 확대 막 이런 게 돼도 몇 개를 써야 되는 거지? 다 써야 되나? 다 느려. 그리고 화면이 작아져서 화살을 쓰진 않네요.
How was that?
You've got quite an eagle eye on you.
일단은
I don't have time.
Why bother me?
아이템을 바꾸고 갑시다. 탈저 활인데 속도 빠른 거 40. 가벼운 활 이게 좀 더 빨라. 이거 끼자. 자, 하자.
I've had enough practice. Let's begin.
A real fanatic you are. Get ready.
아니 궁수를 찾는다면서 뭐가?
Hit all targets true before the sand runs down. Here's the new competitor, a Norse from the northern wilds of Mercia, and our current reigning champion, Seyer. All right, take your mark. Hook set, arrows not, fire.
뭐지? 챔피언이 있다는데? 아, 잠깐만. 이건 또 이것대로 30초 안에.
Odin's spear, did you see that? Incredible!
Incredible. 누가 나랑 같이 쏘고 있나? 누가 나랑 같이 쏘?
Deadly aim you have. Best I've seen for some time. Well shot. You have earned your place at the arrow's side today. He'll be eager to meet you. Hold yourself to the Imperial Arch and speak with our man, Hussa. Recite the phrase. May the Father of Understanding guide us. And he'll know it's you.
이제 후사라는 애를 만나러 가야 되네요. 어딨냐, 맵을 볼까요? 이쪽에 있네요. 이쪽으로 가보도록 하겠습니다.
Are you Husa?
Yeah, and who's asking?
May the Father of Understanding guide us.
And may the Mother of Wisdom give us strength. You're to stand just there, look your best when the arrow comes forth, and keep still.
Friends, brethren, good people of London, we have had a hard week. Cowardly invaders stole into our governor's home and robbed him of his life. Trigger, my friend, my leader, slaughtered like a dog by outsiders, by the enemy. Do we expect his reeves to guide us? Some arsed halfwits let Trigger die. They think we're safe. But our governor knew. He confided in me his real plans to protect London. The drunken Danes of Northumbria polluting the north. Alfred and his men of Wessex rallying to the south. Of all this, Trigger said, Havgos, what we need now are strong borders and stronger soldiers. Today, I honor that wish. I present to you, good people of London, our new elite archery force. These elite archers will be stationed with our springers, ready to attack invaders by land or by water. And further, until these storms of accusations clear, I will take Trigger's place at the head of our fair city. Not that I could replace him, for Trigger was a pillar of steel. But I can try. Let me be your arrow. Let me point a true way forward. Some will be naysayers. Those who wish to discredit me.
얘말 되게 길다.
Those who wish to keep
무시하고
London
죽여도
weak.
되나?
Listen not to them, friends. I serve only London.
이렇게 사람들 많은 데에서 죽이면은 별로 안 좋을 것 같긴
Is a
한데.
place of prosperity. Prosperity we must export to all of Britain's kingdoms. No more false kings with their lies. Heed the ancient ways. The true strength of London. Rule London. Rule Britain. Rule the world into order and truth.
끝났는데? 끝났는데도 아무것도 안 뜨는 거려면은 왜 움직임 나한테 물어보면? 아, 의심을 뜬다. 아무것도 안 뜨는데 이렇게 하면, 근데 이렇게 공중 앞에서 얘를 죽여버리면은 얘가 나쁜 놈이었다는 걸 모르고 나만 나쁜 놈이 되지 않을까? 죽어.
Arrows knocked! It's a hard thing to raise the rats of a city into warriors. Hook set!
You raised no one. You only trapped them in their cowering fear.
Draw strings! First wave fire! No, I gave these men order. I gave them purpose. I showed them their common enemy. Anchor strings! Second wave fire! I was arrow for their rage. Without a foe to consume, we devour ourselves.
He speaks true. A man without an enemy defeats himself.
Justify all you want. You're just a king killer and a coward.
Mighty High Horse, you'd do the same if you were me. Aim and fire!
아니? 왜 이렇게 못하지? 짓밟기 왜 안 밟아? 때려봐. 뭐야? 아니, 또 한 마리가 또 있었네? 근데 원래 나 얘 안 싸워도 될 텐데. 그냥 도망쳐도 될 텐데. 무던. 뿅. 기공. 이걸로 체력 좀 채우고. 이게 타이밍이 잘 맞아야죠. 체력이 좀 많이 나니까. 이 옆에 분은 누구지? 왜 나 따라다니지? 누구세요? 일단은 스토웨에게 돌아가기. 근데 아까 퀘스트도 화살을 암살하기라고 밖에 안 나와 있어서 안 죽이는 선택지는 아마 없었을 거예요. 일단은 돌아가도록 하겠습니다. 스토웨에게.
You're unharmed. Praise be to God.
It will take more than a few lads with newly polished bows to fell me.
The arrow was a boy.
A man with a boy's brain called Avgus.
Avgus? That can't be right.
I could return with his head on a spear if you'd like to see.
No. You've no reason to lie. Yet Avgos, my old friend, had no cause to murder. He saw London as a kiln of rage, to harden the softness of its younger men. Perhaps I ignored in him what I hoped not to see. Ambition, greed, anger.
From one man, such hatred is easy to spot, but from many, it's a fog that fills the room.
Power. Men will claw for it and cling to it at the cost of everything.
Very true, and it's cold comfort when glory has the taste of your family's blood. 2 targets down, only the compass remains. If it were my men killed, I would be on my way to London now.
The compass will come, and we must be ready, expecting the worst.
I don't want anyone catching me off guard. Could we take the fight to him?
There may be a way. Let's regroup in the church when you've had time to rest, Broga.
The good sister was murdered, and where were your guards? You hear me, Urke? Her blood's on you! It's a ruse, I tell you! It's them that killed Trigger and shifted the blame!
Some surly guests outside.
Eivor, we didn't see you enter.
Have you stepped out today? There's a strange feeling brewing in the streets.
I've heard the shouts. The deaths of Avgos and Friswith have angered many.
Let's hope the compass numbers among the offended.
I don't doubt it. But are we ready for him?
오, 이런 게 있네? 우리가 아는 게 뭐가 있는지 일단 물어보죠.
It's time we focused on the compass. Gather all we know and lay it out, plain as day.
Aye.
We let fly the feather dart, squeezed raven ink from a loathsome leech. Now we wait, wolf-tensed, for the master of the river rip to return and revenge his shaken warriors.
Well, well. This one's got the gift of Odin's meat.
What's on your mind, Stowe?
We know that Campus is a sailor, a captain from Francia.
And he won't like hearing he's got a leak in his hull, so to speak. With the death of the leech and the arrow, you'll want to hit back. But we can't know how or when.
Apart from this, the man's invisible. Coward, if you ask me.
Burn in your hell, you bloody reeves! We're pinned in!
Is there another way out?
The tower! There's an open window they can't have reached!
I'll go up. You find a way out.
아니, 여기서? 뭐야? 못 올라가나? 첨탑으로 가래, 첨탑. 첨탑이 어딨어? 아니, 지금 뭐 알고 있는지 우리 하고 있었는데 거기에서 뜬금없이 이런 일이 벌어져? 어떻게 해야 되지? 아, 저 위에 있구나. 이 위에 있네. 여기. 오케이, 올라가. 오케이. 빨리 와. 나침반. 누구야 너? 내가 아는 사람인가? 전설의 파수꾼 바이슬레인. 얘 칼 왜 막 움직여? 얘가 어디 있는데? 나침반 부수기. 방금 뭐 떴는데? 나침반 부수기. 퀘스트 주죠. 아, 이게 퀘스트구나. 도와달래. 막혀있대. 저 앞에 게다가 병사들도 있어요. 뒤질라고 이것들이. 도끼 던져. 일단은 할 수 없는들. 어디가냐? 게이지는 채우고. 이것들이 어디서 빨봐. 얘는 튕겨. 어딜. 빛이 와야 되는데. 여기. 어디를 뒤치게 하려고 그러지? 아니네? 팔만 가지고 뭐하니? 빨리 열어줘. 애들 질식하겠다. 문 열어. 빨리 와. 나와 이것들아.
Let's go. Fresh air.
어디로 가야 돼?
That's the lot of them. Let's get clear of this inferno.
오케이.
I had a view of the city from the roof. There is a new flotilla in the harbor.
The compass.
Bastard. If we commandeered the springholds that Avgos built, we could rain a cloud of arrows on the invaders.
I'd sooner take the flank and go around this army to the boats. If we cut the head off this beast, the Order's men will be easy to rout.
시간 제한도 있어. 혼자 가야 되나? 나 혼자 가서 죽이고 올게.
I will go my own way. Less danger to you both.
Whatever happens, this ends tonight.
May God guide our swords and cover our backs.
Don't be reckless, little boys.
We'll see you when it's done, Erke. Count on it. Godspeed, my friends.
일단 쟤네 둘이 저거는 아닌 거는 확실해졌죠. 나침반이 아닌 건 확실해졌어. 그리고 나는 혼자 가서 모조리 죽일 것이다. 모조리 죽일 것이다. 니놈들 없기 전에. 빠져. 우리 애들 싸운다. 내가 가서 모조리 죽이고 올게. 막 날려서 죽여. 어딜. 일로와. 우리 애들을. 어딜 가는 데까지 이것들이. 어디서 화를 쏘는구나 저놈들이 지금. 이거 지금까지의 경험을 토대로 보면은 얘들 아무리 잡아도 의미 없을 텐데. 아무리 잡아도 의미 없을 것 같아. 빨리 가서 우리 해야 될 일 합시다. 탐지강에서 공격하고 있다. 뭐야? 저거 쏘는구나. 도망쳐. 뭐야? 도망쳐. 아니야. 내 치료. 근데 까마귀는 나도 몰라. 점프. 지금 방패를 끼고 있는 게 아니라서 저놈들 화살 공격이 너무 아프게 들어온다. 뭐야. 물로 들어가. 이놈들이구나. 니들이구나. 뒤졌다. 그 위에서 감히 나한테 활을 쏴대? 감히 나한테 활을 쏴? 뭐야. 불탔어. 꺼지시고. 어떻게 피했냐? 어딨지? 저놈이다. 저기에도 있네요. 내가 니들을 놔둘 것 같니? 뭐야? 너 안 가? 어디 누가 있는데? 밟아.
So this is the compass. Large enough to ford an ocean.
돌 되돌려주기. 활 되돌려주기. 와봐. 활 써보시지. 되돌려주고. 해봐. 아, 이걸 맞았어. 쏴. 아, 이거 안 된다. 와, 화살비를 내네. 오케이. 죽었지? 야. 안 돼, 안 돼. 안 돼, 안 돼. 쟤 자꾸 피하네. 해봐. 아, 이게 뭐야. 가면은 쟤 엄청 큰 거 도리끼 들고 있어가지고 내가 무섭고, 근데 어차피 주변에 없으니까 계속 공 받아 던지기만 하자. 들어와. 얘가 그쪽으로 가면 도망을 가? 움직이지 마라. 내가 할 말이다. 자, 공 받아 던지기만 계속하자. 피하면 네가 살 수 있을 줄 알았지? 끝났단 마. 네가 감히 말이야. 이 엄마 어딜 니까지 게 감히.
Burning to ash what you cannot possess. That's a child's way out.
To hell with London. Boudica was right to burn it to the ground. It's a brick-and-mortar shithouse. So bright and beautiful, set aflame. Will you rule over these cinders now? Yoke its people to your whims and needs?
You do have power here. Power you have earned.
I have finished my work in London. That's enough.
London is only a beginning. My order reaches further than your tiny boats can take you. Never forget, Trigger, my old friend. A man at sea may have gold and glory, but he is always a slave to the churning tides. We are that tide.
이렇게 해서 결사단원 나침반을 제거했습니다. 용골, 얘는 또 뭐야? 한번 볼까요? 전쟁의 파수꾼 용골. 아, 단서를 다 얻었구나. 마제스터구나. 얘가 고름이야, 고름. 이름이 고름이에요. 잔혹한 큐트배 그림자 밑에서. 아, 고름? 얘가 마제스터야? 얘 추방당했었죠? 아, 너가 마제스터구나. 얘 추방당했는데, 아, 그런 거구나. 그리고 풀케. 얘는 혼자서 마제스터네. 다른 이 하수인들을 안 거느리고 있죠? 아, 얘네들은 뭘 가지고 있을까? 광신도들. 자, 우린 다시 나침반 부수기 전쟁도시 스토에랑 에르케 있는 곳으로 돌아갑시다. 근데 스토에랑 에르케가 아까 우리 불타기 직전에 어깨동무하고 있었잖아요. 얘네 약간 살짝 그 게이 커플 같은 느낌이 나는데? 우리가 이겨서 나를 환영해주고 있죠? 아이템. 저기 한 놈 살아있네. 몇 놈 살아있긴 하네.
There you are. The drinker we must thank for our good fortune.
How do I look? Half drowned and half burned?
Not half of either. And far better for the blood on your blade.
The compass is dead. London is yours to wreck or rebuild.
We will rebuild. We'll strengthen the walls, reunite families, and likely use less wood, more stone.
Ill-timed, Erke. I'd like a quiet moment to pray.
We'll take it together.
Until our next meeting, I trust you will heed my call if I should send for you.
You came to London in search of a friend, Eivor. You found two.
Aye, Broga. And you deserve this. A silver ring for your raven perch. It was Trigger's before he gifted it to me. I say you've earned the right to wear it now.
I am touched, Erke. I'll carry it with pride. London is with us, and cleansed of the Order.
Good. Hytham will be pleased.
I should talk to Hytham. The Order has been purged from London. For now, they hold no power there.
That is good news. And I would celebrate, but for the fact that Jorvik now suffers from the same infestation.
Jorvik is a city under Norse control. I should have less problem finding allies here.
That is a hopeful way of seeing it. Speak to Ranvi when you wish to travel there. I have something here for you. Tidings that may displease you.
Tell me.
You remember Kjotve's son, Gorm? He has since taken his father's place in the Order.
Interesting. Is Gorm here in England? Is he another blotch on our list?
He is one of our targets, yes. But he is not in England. He is further west, in fact. A land called Vinland, discovered centuries ago by an Irish sailor called Brendan. The Order of the Ancients has some recent fascination with Vinland, but I cannot say what it might be.
Let me find out for you, after I silence Gorm.
Vinland is far away, according to my source. It may take weeks to find him after a long and perilous journey.
There is no danger that would cow me, Hytham. I'll speak with Ranvi and arrange passage.
Was there something else?